and welcome to episode 10 of Heroes of Hillsfar, our interactive D&D charity stream where you can affect the game by your donations. You can gift these wonderful players with health potions, advantage, disadvantage, or other such boons, depending on the amount of the donation. If you do donate and you want to gift to a certain player, make sure you leave a message. It could also be entered in raffles that we are going to, when we hit certain, where our goals are at. Our first goal is at $500. When we hit $500, we are raffling off a Wormwood RPG dice set to one lucky donor. So,
I have a question. Did you just say they could give us disadvantage?
Mhm.
Why?
Because
Why?
if they're gonna donate, I'm gonna let them do that. I don't know why they would, but some people they thrive on destruction.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves because I forgot to do that last episode. So we're going to start at the top left here with Venerus.
Hi there. I am Shifted Trickster. That's me on Twitch, rather. And I will be playing Venerus. I had something to say and then I forgot. So let's move on.
Okay, we'll come back to you at the end of everything. I'll let everybody reintroduce themselves. Avina.
Sweet.
I was muted.
That's all right.
Hi, everybody. I am Theta. I am playing Avina Wright, and I am part of the Nerd Asylum. Check us out at thenerdasylum.com. That's it.
And Brogan.
Hi, I'm Niffer. I'll be playing Brogan, the Bard, the Nightmare. You know me. I'm from Tabletop Galaxy and Not Quite Heroes.
All right. And Akros.
Hi, I'm Dave, playing Akros Wright. I am from the Nerd Asylum, same thing as Theta and Joe and Alex, who's yet to be mentioned. And yeah, come check out our new website. We have unique posts and write-ups, and we have a bunch of new podcasts and content, and we're really active with this this whole thing going on. So come hang out with us.
And Church.
Processing. I'm Sigma. I'm playing Church. I'm with the Nerd Asylum, and ditto pretty much what David said.
All right. Last we left off, our adventurers chose to take a wanted poster and try to take out an orc chieftain to the south. So they traveled down the road. They found a road traveling parallel through a game trail, traveled down, met the orc chieftain, who was controlling a bunch of goblins, found out that the orc chieftain was not what he was portrayed to be, and recruited the orc chieftain to be their newfound friend at Better Than Hillsfar. And as that was happening, the goblin excavators discovered a stone entryway, and they had decided to descend down the staircase in this stone entryway and find out what they have uncovered in the grounds. So, we start off with the marching order. Who is going in the door first?
I'm pretty sure I went in first with the torch and was lighting the torches
Yeah, you YOLO'd your way into this.
down the staircase.
So, Veneros is going to be in the lead. Who's behind Veneros?
Church is close behind.
Okay, so Veneros and Church. And then... and nobody else wants to go in.
Everyone else is
See you
staying
guys later.
above. Yeah.
I'm unstorming the castle.
We're going to count to 30, and then the three of us are going to head down.
Oh, I was gonna have my new fan club kind of make a little honor guard around me. So I forget what the orc's name was, but I know that the little Togepi that I was holding was named Nolan.
Yep, Nolan the Goblin.
Nolan the Goblin.
Yeah, I don't remember the orc's name either.
It wasn't William, because William the orc was dead. And we tried to grave rob him.
Yeah,
But we still have to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
still
we
have to
still-
chop his head
We
off.
still need to grave rob an orc.
Oh my god.
We should probably do that before he starts to decay. Then they're gonna know we're messing with him.
It's already in the ground.
Worms.
Look,
through
we
it.
have a cleric.
Anyway.
We can fix that.
I don't have raised head prepared.
He's a battle cleric.
I have
have
prestidigitation. We
raised head, I
can
can't
totally
do it.
clean. We can totally
Okay.
clean the head so it's nice and clean at least.
We can get rid of the smell. It's fine.
It's gonna ship back anyway, so I mean,
It's not going to be perfect.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's probably fine.
So
This will be perfect.
you come down this staircase, and it goes down about 60 feet before you get to a door. The door is made of wood and smells wet and rotted.
This door smells wet and rotted.
Gross.
Almost reminds me of home. Almost.
Grosser.
it's half of what you remember.
I guess I'll go and is there a handle on the door? Is there a knocker?
There is an iron handle. It's a just an iron loop on a iron rectangle. Nothing fancy. Just seems to be sitting on the right-hand side of the door.
I'll go ahead and give it a tug.
As you pull on the iron handle of the door, it kind of looses from the wood, and you see the whole door begin to kind of just crumble down, and the wood kind of collapses in on itself, and a puff of wet sawdust just kind of flies up, revealing a room in front of you that is 45 by 45 feet. Veneros, you have dark vision. You're also carrying a torch.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, but I am carrying a torch.
So you're going to be able to see the entire room. In the room, you see that there is a... Sorry, I'm upside down. Let me flip that around.
There's a room over here.
Ah.
The room is 45 feet by 45 feet. There's a wooden door that you have just fallen apart at the north part of it. On the east end of the building, or of the room, there is a archway about 30 feet in, as well as another door 10 feet away from that, in the corner of the room, the eastern corner of the room. There's also a door on the south, directly in front of where you're at, and in the southwest corner of the room, there is a wooden door. In the east side of the room, there appears to be an altar, and a rusted chisel sits on top of the altar.
We should each take one of these things to investigate and do them simultaneously. That would be the safest, clearly.
Oh, so you've done this before, Brogan.
No, that was Brogan's character, or player, rather. Brogan would be hushing and maybe being like, hey, thing, Nolan, that looks cool. Yeah. And just kind of like pointing at the altar and just kind of chucking the goblin in the direction of
Nolan
that.
looks back at you and then runs over to the
Oh
altar.
shoot, I forgot that he doesn't speak my language.
And he runs over to the altar.
Rip.
And thank you very much for that donation, Grim. Everybody is granted advantage on their next roll. You can choose when to use that, but everyone has an advantage.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Grim, for that donation.
Thank you for making it advantage and not disadvantage.
You inspire us.
Yeah, so Nolan runs over and he kind of points at the chisel.
Is he like picking it up or anything?
No, he's kind of hovering his hands over top of the chisel, and he looks back at you like
Yeah.
questioning.
Yes.
He picks up the
You
chisel.
sure you?
He runs it back and he hands it to you, and he looks very confused.
Venerus is going to go ahead and step into the room and go walk towards the open archway, just kind of peering down it with his torch.
Okay.
He didn't set off a tripwire trap or something. Ta-da!
Church is going to cast light on his mace so that it is effectively a torch.
Nice. So this room
It is
now
colored red.
really well lit. It looks like a rave party because you get the red and the torch, the glowing, flickering of the torch, and then the red light.
Are we in the basement of Castle Ravenloft?
Franchising! Yes!
Veneros, as you look down the hallway, you can see about 25 feet. The hallway continues on east 25 feet and then turns to the south.
Raven basement.
Raven.
There's a hallway over here. Does anybody see anything else?
So many choices.
I'm sorry, Brogan's character can't, or Brogan's player can't keep track of all the doorways, so not going through any of them.
How many doors?
4, right, Doc?
Is there a doorway in each direction?
There's the one that you came in from that is now rotted and fallen on the floor.
The north door.
Yes, the north door. There's two
There's
on
one
the south.
The south, yeah.
And then there's one on the eastern, right just south of the archway that Veneros looked down.
You said the room was 40 by 40?
45
Where did
by
we come
45.
in?
45 by 45.
Came in through the north.
The rotten one.
The
deal.
rotten door.
Does the archway go down?
No, it's straight down the hallway. It's not there's no incline or decline.
Gotcha.
Incline?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Decline sounds like it's not the right word.
That just also means no.
Okay. No incline or decline. Just that.
Decline. No. Sorry.
That's all
That's
right.
stupid.
Sunday
That's
night,
so
words
stupid.
are not easy.
The
Yeah.
archway was on the east side?
Great.
Yes, the archway is 10 feet 10 feet north of the southeast corner. So it's on the
Okay.
eastern wall, but it's 10 feet north of the southeastern corner, which there is a door on the southeastern corner, a door directly in the middle of the room on the south, and a door all the way on the very western corner of the south wall.
So, Joe, this room, is it stone? Is it like solid crafted stone? Is it like a cavern someone made into a shape? Is it dirt, like the ceiling and the floors and the walls and
floor
stuff?
is smooth stone. Like it's been carved flat and smoothed out of the natural stone bedrock where this is at. The walls are reinforced masonry. So it's like they have dug out a little area and then put stucco up and reinforced it with timbers.
So someone physically made this location.
It's very obvious that it's been altered from its natural state.
Well, we could try one of the doors, or we can just go down the archway. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, if we start here, then we'll go down the archway first, and then we can go to the next door, and then the next door, and the next door, right? That way we'll hit everything. We just have to do like one at a time. Just always keep your left hand on the wall, right?
Yeah. We
That's
could check
how,
out-
like,
Is there
my
anything on that
family
chisel?
would explore stuff in games and stuff. Oh. I look at it.
Okay. It is a rusty chisel. It looks like it's 100 years old. It's very rusty. Looks like it's been down here for a long time. Nothing
Are there,
special
like-
about it. No inscriptions.
I'm going to stroll over to the altar
Okay.
that it was sitting on.
Yeah, it's just a very standard stone altar. It looks like it was carved with the chisel that she has, and it looks unfinished.
Is it like an altar like you would pray at, or is it just like a podium with like a flat top?
At this particular stage of its development, it looks like a podium.
Okay.
It looks like somebody was probably trying to carve this out and produce an altar of some sort to pray, or ritual or something, but it's
You
not
just never
been
got to
finished.
it. I'm going to take a look around it, just look for any signs, symbols, anything that would indicate where we are investigating from.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Time
an
from,
investigation.
time frame, or just vague, like it's the ancient elephant empire of Sugardigga. Reroll that because I don't know what that was.
Sugar-digganese.
Let's say investigation. Ba-da-ba-ba.
And don't forget, you do have advantage if you want to use it.
I got 16. It's pretty
Okay.
solid.
Okay. So you investigate around the podium, and in the bottom right-hand corner of the podium, you find a little slip of what looks like a silken. It's a little silk scrap that seems to have gotten stuck underneath the podium and been ripped free from the full cloak. It's very dark red in color, but has since faded. It looks like it's pretty old. So the dark red is more of just a natural.
Okay, there's no defining features about it. Just a dark red piece of scrap.
Yep, you can see as you pull it out that the corner that was sitting underneath the altar is that dark, deep red, whereas the rest of it has faded. And it's just a torn piece of silken material. No identifying features. Are you okay?
Sorry, dog.
That's alright.
He's very excited for some reason. Trying to put his toy on my desk.
Aww.
He wants to play.
He wants to put it on the altar.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold it up and be like, "Church, I have treasure." And just wave the piece of cloth at him.
I don't think church is
You're
coming
not
through.
transmitting.
Sorry. That does not look like treasure.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right. So, how about them doors?
Yes. Well, this
I
one
can
has
break
no-
one down.
Or we
That
could go through the
could
one
work.
that's open.
This one has no door blocking it, but an open archway. Perhaps we should start here.
I cannot break a door down that is not there.
It does not require breaking, my friend. Though you may pantomime if you so choose.
It's just like running through.
Just like the football shoulder.
I would kind of
The
like to
church
see that.
tackles into the open archway.
All right, you stumble in, and you find that this has also been smoothed out stone, and it goes on for 25 feet, and then turns to the south. So that's what you can see as you're traveling down.
How wide is the hallway?
And
It's
this
a-
was on the eastern side?
Yes, and it's a 5-foot hallway. Ceilings are about 8 foot tall. Not too cramped, but it definitely feels like you are underground and in a small area. Again, the timbers, every 5 feet there's a timbers along the wall, and they go across the top, kind of holding the masonry in place. As you're going down the hallway, you can hear the sound of dripping every once in a while in the distance, just a boop, boop. And you can smell wet dirt. Very earthy. Yes.
Does Nolan have a weapon?
Nolan has, well, unless you give him a rusty chisel, he has
That's
nothing.
what I was kind of hoping for. I'm gonna try and like convey that this is a gift to him now, and just like
He accepts the chisel and he looks at it and he looks up at you and
I like pull out a dagger to be like, this is mine, that is yours. And then I put the dagger away and never use it ever again. I am not a knife person.
He's just like making stabbing motions with the chisel now. He just looks very thrilled.
Not me. Not him. Her. Him or him.
Okay.
Or him. And I point to the orc either.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
They are friends.
Friend?
It's ASL.
Friend.
Apparently one of the languages that Brogan knows is sign language now. Cool.
Sure, let's run with
It's
it.
a canon now.
Canon.
And you have successfully taught Nolan the gnome the word friend in common.
Wait, he's
Goblin.
a gnome? I thought he was a goblin.
Sorry, goblin. Goblin.
Goblins are cool with a gnome stock.
Transformed.
Nolan the gnome just does roll off the tongue, though. Nolan the goblin also has a nice ring to it.
Maybe he's got.
I mean, look, no one's just a good name.
I'm gonna follow Church down the pathway there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay.
Why is she cackling? I need to know this now.
All right, you're gonna say that again, Lauren.
No.
This is
I said, you know, there's some people that think that gnomes and goblins are the same thing, but really it's just a misnomer.
Oh, I love it. That's an A+.
that's where all my humor comes from. It's just her.
Lovely.
That was a great pun. I love
That
how
was
she just
delightful.
comes up with them off the cuff too. Like it's
She's
just,
great.
just a part of who she is.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the hallway goes down 25 feet and turns to the south. Church, are you taking the lead on this as you've kind of football charged?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns south and goes another 15 feet before turning around again to the east, continuing on for another 20 feet. And then you see it turn north.
Did we just go in a big circle?
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
So
Yet.
it goes east, south, then north again.
No, it goes east, south, then east, and then it goes north again.
And
Okay.
each section is in 25-foot increments.
5, 10,
Oh, we're in a
15,
maze.
25 feet to the east, and then 15 to the south.
Somebody should be
Okay.
drawing this.
I am drawing it. That's why I'm asking such specific questions.
M2 and it immediately went off the edge of my page.
Yeah, I started drawing and then ran out right there.
And then
Yeah, I'm using Microsoft Paint.
25
Nice.
feet to the east, and then the north. 45
Geometry
feet,
is not our forte.
45 feet to the north before turning east again.
Okay.
This is a completely closed system, so you're not gonna get lost in a labyrinth. I'm not gonna make you remember.
You say that now.
But then it turns again to the east before turning south again. You travel on 20 more feet to the south before it turns back east, and then it turns south again. Then it turns west, but only for 15 feet. Then it turns south for another 60 feet before you come upon a door to the west. The door is large, double, and marble, and it has carvings in a bas-relief artwork above it. The
All right, what does everyone's map look like?
I just stopped drawing and drew a little door marker.
Is it just an X?
Just the bas-relief artwork is imagery of a burial, and a sarcophagus stands in the middle with several people standing on either side of it.
Peer at it, holding a torch.
You lost.
I wonder what it means.
It means probably that we're in some type of tomb.
Oh, are we in a tomb?
There are probably undead things here.
Oh,
Like
base
that. I don't like dead things.
Fun Dead. Remember, we're rebanding.
Yeah, but
Are we really doing that with all of them?
I mean, like, I feel like we have to at this point, because we did the vampire and we did the orc. I feel like we just It's our thing now. We've done it more than once. It's our thing.
I mean, if you want to talk to them, go ahead, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stand back.
I'm going to talk to any more undead.
Okay, I'll talk then. Yay.
I feel like William might have been a special case.
I mean, how do you know until you talk to them? But
Well,
okay.
most of the other ones that I've met just try to immediately go for eating your face.
I mean, look, if they go for eating our face, they're fair game.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well,
right. Good
All right, Brogan,
parameters,
lead the
Steve.
way.
is there an easy is there an easy way to open the door?
Are you attempting to open the door at this point?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. It is unlocked. It is heavy because it is Marvel. However, it is unlocked, and you're able to push the double door open, and it slides fairly easily, despite being heavy, as if almost magically levitated rather than on hinges. And it opens up, revealing a 45 by 45 foot room. In this room, you can see several 4 figures, humanoid figures, shambling about. They immediately catch the attention of the door opening, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
Hold you.
Right.
Use
Yeah?
D&D Beyond's new roller, and I love it. It's so cool.
Roll dice all
Avina,
over your
what was
sheet.
your initiative?
16.
16? And Akros.
15.
And Church.
18.
And Veneros.
Natural 1 for a 2.
Ouch. Brogan.
Also 18.
All right. Auto roll initiative for everyone else. Start the encounter based off of the encounter on D&D Beyond. Hashtag not sponsored, but still a very
Thanks,
cool.
D&D Beyond.
Yes, it's a very cool system. I haven't checked out D&D Beyond yet.
Yeah, we
Sponsor
were
us.
on Roll20 for a long time, and then Joe started using D&D Beyond, and then I made the full migration over, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
It's so good.
It's
They have a theme song.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if you check out Shifted Trickster's streams during the week and earn enough chat channel points, he will sing the D&D Beyond theme.
It's
Or
true.
you can do what I'm doing and save up enough channel tokens to make him do 50 push-ups all in a row at a very inconvenient time in his video game.
I will not do them all in a row because I can't.
Better get working on it.
All right,
Better spend those channel points.
let's see. So I click on this. Yes, perfect. Okay, so the first thing that gets to go is the Deathlock Mastermind.
Oh, jeez.
The Death Clock Mastermind.
Deathlock Mastermind.
I did not like
You just
any
had to
of
tell me
those
what it was
words
called.
together. Apparently, it
Deathlocks are
rolls to
spooky.
intimidate us all.
I just imagine Death Clock now, like the from Adult Swim.
Metalocalypse.
It's
Like it's like an undead warlock.
Now,
Who are
remember,
partying.
if your characters die, you have to recreate new characters,
Oh,
but
jeez.
the guild continues.
Can I be one of the zombies if I have to be a new character?
Perhaps.
Hi, I would like
Just-
to be William the vampire.
Just undead Brogan.
Yep. Look, if I die, I want you all to take my body to William so that he can make me a vampire.
I don't think that's how vampirism works.
All right, well
Only-
then I'll
only
talk
one way
to
to
him
find
next
out.
time I'm at work, and I will get made a vampire.
All right. So the first thing he's going to do is disappear from sight.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you see the figure standing there. As it turns its attention towards the door, and then it just fades out of existence.
That's also how I feel when people walk into my house. To be fair.
Yeah, that's a mood.
It's, yeah.
The other figure, who almost looks identical, just a bit smaller, that is in the far western side of the room. I even wrote north, south, east, west, but flipped it in the right directions so that I could tell which directions were which. See, I'm prepared this time.
That's a good DM.
Is that because you prepared it in Incarnate?
No, actually, I did not.
Not sponsored.
Man, I'm trying to plug people
I
that
know,
we
right?
use.
Well, I
God.
just started using it.
It's so good. They don't have a theme song.
No, they don't. But maybe
they should.
Maybe
I
we
guess
should
you gotta
write it.
make one.
Incarnate.
Anyway,
progress.
It's incarnate. Yeah, incarnate maps.
5,
Yeah,
10, 15,
incarnate.
20, 25. Okay, so the one on the very far south wall is going to take its movement to move up right in front of the door. So whoever is standing in front of the door, it is now within melee range of you.
Yikes.
It is going to attack with its Deathly Claw to Venerus.
Deathly Claw. Wonderful.
Rip.
Deathlock.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Yikes.
Barely.
All right. And that's 3d6 of necrotic damage.
Zoinks.
That is 12 necrotic damage as it swipes at you.
I can handle that.
I can't.
Next up is Brogan.
Great.
It's trying to eat my face.
I would like to pat him on the shoulder and be like, "That's rough, buddy," and give him a d6 of inspiration as a bonus action first.
Okay.
That's a mood.
I should have used my advantage,
Yeah.
but I forgot. Thanks, Grim. I'll use it later.
And then, how many things are there?
There are a total of 4, but you can only see 3 of them.
Well, that's fine because this spell can only target 3. I would like to cast Bane on the 3 that I can see, please.
Okay, and they have to roll a what? Wisdom?
Charisma saving throw.
Okay.
How charismatic do they look?
They don't look all that charismatic. If you saw them in a tavern, you would think, hey, these things are not very charismatic. I'm not going to walk up to them and expect them to tell me a story. That is a 12.
You see.
Fail.
A 15.
Ooh, meets.
And a 17.
Dang it.
So this one on the southern wall in the middle of the room.
Yes.
Is baned.
Is baned. Cool.
Is there a tracker?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Because I have a piece of paper and a pencil, which is how we used to play the game before we all went digital. All right.
Don't want to lie.
I don't know what that's like, but okay.
It's all right. Pen and paper were before your time.
Yep. Anyways, that's my action and my bonus action, and I don't want to move because I'm afraid.
Okay.
But can I position Nolan in front of me?
Nolan is about half your size, so you can either position him in the top half of you or the bottom half of you, but not...
Oh, jeez.
Okay, now I feel bad, so I will position him behind me.
Okay.
I will human shield Nolan. I will half-elf shield Nolan.
I forgot to roll initiative, Nolan.
And whatever the other one's name is. Can we name the other orc, please? Also, why is he not
William?
going first?
Orc
No.
the orc.
Not
Mark.
all orcs are named William.
Mark.
Orc the
It's a
orc.
Billiam, excuse me.
Bill.
It's Bill and Will.
Bill and Will. Good
They were
deal.
the
Bill
Orc Chieftain's best
Willingshire
friends.
the Third.
And that
Just
brings
Bob.
us up to Church. Church, what are you up to?
I'm gonna walk up and smack the one that's like right in Venerus's face.
Okay. Unless Venerus is putting up a fight, I always allow people to maneuver past
Oh yeah,
each
no,
other.
he can. Yep. Well, go on, go on then.
Excuse me. But before I do that, I'm actually going to cast Holy Weapon.
Ooh.
It imbues a weapon with holy power. It emits bright light in 30 feet, dim light in another 30 feet, and it adds another 2d8 radiant damage when I hit things with it.
Nice.
Amazing.
So I'm going to swing. That is, let's see, I rolled 15 plus 8, 23 to hit.
At 23 definitely comes and connects.
Okay, so I do my initial damage. 3 plus 4, so 7 bludgeoning damage. I'm going to Divine Strike, which does not take any action other than me just using it on my turn for an additional D8 of fire damage.
8, huh? You said
It's
fire?
going to be, yes, so that's 5 fire damage. Oh, yeah, 5 fire damage. And then my 2d8 radiant damage. 3 and 6, so 9 radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Cool.
Damage.
Yeah, so this thing takes these hits, and you see the fire erupt from it and kind of burns away some of the robe that it has draped over, revealing this melted away because of the fire, fleshy skeleton that just kind of appears there, and then it kind of, that long jaw, skeleton jaw, is just kind of like gaping and just kind of like as it gets that radiant damage.
Look at me.
You would assume that it is feeling pain,
It's very shocked.
Good.
but it doesn't have eyes to express itself. It's just these empty sockets, but the maw being open, that is just, you assume that it is experiencing pain. The bonus actions are movement.
No, the bonus action was to do Holy Weapon.
All right. That
So
brings
I'm
us
going to stand there.
to Avina.
I am going to Dissonant Whispers. So I've got 60 feet of this. Can I do the farthest one from us, or is that still too far?
Yeah, you can still see that. It's definitely within 60 feet.
Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw, or it's going to take 5d6 damage as I'm casting it at 3rd level. Half as much on a successful save.
That is a 13.
Aha, it failed. 1,
Amazing.
2, 3, 4, 5. I love this sound.
So good.
All right, so 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18 damage.
18 damage.
Ah. That is all I'm going to do for my turn.
Okay, so you can see the one in the northern part of the room. It's about middle of the room, but it's further north. It's about 10 feet from the wall on the north. And you see it kind of reach up and clutch its head, and then it lets go, and you can see its head turn and rotate about 180 degrees.
No.
It's also got to run away from us as far as its movement speed will allow.
Is that on its turn or now?
Now.
Okay.
It has to use its reaction.
It runs into the wall and keeps running with its head facing the wrong way.
With the head turned backward.
It's like thump, 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 and it's just looking at us like, ah!
Takes 1 point of damage running into a wall.
So its head kind of rotates 180 degrees, and you see the back of a skull kind of sitting over the hood that it's wearing. And it turns and it runs towards the door on the western side of the room. Right in the center of the room, there is a door on the western side, and that it runs over towards that door and stops right at the door.
Okay.
It did move 10, 15, 25 feet. It could move another 10 feet, or 5 feet, but the door is blocking its way, and it takes an action to open the door, so it is standing there attempting to leave.
Yay!
That brings us to its turn. Does he have an opportunity to break that, or is that just on his reaction? He has.
That's just the reaction.
So he's
It's-
not like frightened. He's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Then he is going to turn around, and you see his head turn with his at the like a different time of his body, and it kind of snaps back into place, and he just mechanically walks about 30 feet over, and he is now standing about 10 feet away, just north, about 5 feet north of the monster that is in front of you. So he's 10 feet to the west and 5 feet to the north at kind of an angle away from you. total of like 15 feet away.
But he didn't get close enough to smack anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does not have enough movement to get that far. And that brings us to Akros. Akros, what are you doing?
So the three that are left that we can see, they all look about the same.
Yes, you can definitely tell because the other one was much taller and had
It's
a little
physically
bit,
larger.
Yeah, it's physically larger and it disappeared. That was probably the bigger, badder one.
All right, what I'm going to do is stay behind most of the group, but kind of in the middle, and hold the spell Charm Monster. So the second that the big boy shows up, I'm going to charm the monster. We're going to have a friend, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
All right. So you're holding your charm monster until
Yeah,
he shows up.
Yeah, I'm preparing the spell, like holding it in my hand. That way, like if he shows up before he does something, hopefully I can kind of hit him with that, and then maybe he does it to his other, not friends, but just zombie buddies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to the final one, who hasn't moved, but he is blocked. So the final deathlock is going to come as far east as he can and follow the wall down so that he is just north of the other monster that's standing in front of you. The only person that he can really reach is the person that is standing right in the doorway, so that would be Veneros or Church at this point, right?
Yeah, since Church moved past, I guess it would be Church.
Okay. So he is
Yay.
going to attack with his deadly claw.
Deadly Claw.
It's deathly claw. There's a 4,
Are they kind of standing in a line now? Or are they
19.
like...
There are two of them, yes. They're
I
standing
like
in a line,
line spells.
but they're north to south rather than east to west.
Okay.
So you'd have to, if you were trying to get them in a line spell, you'd have to be south of them. So there's the south wall, and then the one is right here, and then the other one is just north of him.
I see. Okay. Cool.
And
Cool. Very cool.
Is it?
It's
How
about to
cool
be.
is it?
that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna cling uselessly on my plate mail.
Yeah.
So he does connect, but you hear it kind of like reverberate off of the metal of Church, and just kind of like hear those claws.
Yeah.
Cling. And
Can I use my reaction to fangirl a second? Because
sure, yeah. I think that's a free action, not a reaction.
sweet. I definitely use a free action to fangirl.
Veneros, you're up.
Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and cast Misty Step, and in a spray of sea foam, disappear and reappear in such a way that the two that you mentioned before are in a line,
Okay.
and I am kind of far away from them. And I'm gonna heft my fancy new javelin of lightning, and I'm gonna throw it and speak its command word, which is in primordial and just kind of sounds like like a wave crashing. And it's gonna turn into a lightning bolt and blast through them, so they need to make dexterity saving throws.
All right,
Amazing.
that's something.
You
you're
eat
really
that javelin.
good at. All right, the first was a 2, plus 2 is a 4. So yeah, no, that guy's getting it. Well, he's right in front, so he. And the
Rip.
other guy rolled an 8 plus 2, so that's a 10.
They both failed. Yes,
All right.
that's a good roll. I'm happy with that.
Don't eat your sock.
So they both take 19 points of lightning damage.
Sorry, 19 points of lightning damage. Okay.
And then the one that's farther away, I make a ranged attack against him as the lightning bolt turns back into a javelin and then hopefully splats him. What's the what size of die is Brogan's inspiration?
D6.
D6. I'm just going ahead. Can I add that to an attack roll?
You can't add that to damage. You can add that to your
But
attack
to an
roll, though.
attack roll.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and add that.
Anytime you roll a d20.
Oh wait, no. No, I don't need to. I forgot about my 2-hit bonus. So that's going to be a total of 20 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, so he takes 4 points of piercing damage. And 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so you misty step in the sea foam and you appear about 10 feet away from these the northern one here, and you chuck that lightning and it goes right through, causing a charred circle, and like just the bone that was there is gone, and the robe that was there is now got a hole in it, and you can see right through to the other one. The other one gets hit and it turns into a javelin and just pierces right through the skeleton, pinning it to the wall behind him.
Yes.
And those
Are
two
they dead?
They are dead.
Nice.
Nice.
One of them the baned one?
No, the baned one is still on the southern wall in the
sweet.
middle of the room.
Sweet.
I then would like to use my movement to stride forward confidently, even though still a little bit hurt, and pick my javelin back up.
Okay, you're able to do that as nothing blocks you at this point, except
Sweet.
for a pile of bones and
And an invisible thing.
what would have been very nice robes, purple and gold filigree with some hints of like mahogany colored, but now have a giant hole.
Somebody's got mending. It'll be fine.
I have mending.
That's fine. They tried to eat my face.
And that brings us back up to the top of the turn order.
Oh, that's a
I
thing.
have
Remember,
that
if
spell.
the second if he shows up, I get to cast him a spell.
Nice, Grim. Nailed it. They're holy robes now, said Grim in chat.
They are indeed very holy.
Nice.
Okay, so actually, I need, because this is not a creation spell, cast this while invisible.
Is it greater invisibility?
It's invisibility.
Casting a spell
If
breaks invisibility.
Casting is
Yeah.
yeah.
Making attack or casting a spell, any action.
Ah, okay, never. You are right.
Nah.
It does say it
Thank
right.
God it's not greater invisibility. I'd be like, what the
Jeez.
fuck are we fighting then?
If I didn't die, I would have an answer for that. I'm just saying.
Okay, so he is going to appear as
Okay.
he's attempting to cast a spell.
Okay.
He shows up dead center in the middle of the room, and you have your spell ready, so go ahead.
Have you heard about this sandwich?
Oh no.
It's no ordinary sandwich.
Made with jellyfish jelly.
I cast Charm Person on him.
Oh no.
Monster?
Or monster, you said, yeah.
Charm Monster, sorry. Yes.
All right.
So it has to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
This one is. He has a plus
See if it knows
1,
SpongeBob.
17. That's an 18 for his.
Ah,
wisdom.
frickle. Can I use my advantage to
You
make him roll at
absolutely
disadvantage? I'm doing
All
that.
right. Let it happen. Thank you, Grim,
wanna
for your
have a friend.
donation.
Thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Graham.
That is a 9 plus 1, so a 10.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
with Grim's donation, you have effectively charmed this monster.
Alrighty. So, it is charmed until the spell ends or until you and your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature is friendly to you. And when the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by me.
Okay.
So do I see it,
knows.
like stop doing something? Do I know it's like a taken effect?
Yeah, you know for certain because he was mid-cast, and then he just drops his hands.
Don't hurt the weird one in the middle. He's my friend.
You know this one.
Now I do.
Dead.
Hey,
Rebranding.
buddy! And I'm just gonna like lift my arm up and give him a fist bump.
Road warriors.
See, I told you they could be reasoned with.
All right. It is the other Deadlock's turn, but he is dead, so it's not his turn. And that brings us to Brogan. There is still a
little baned one.
a Deathlock. He is he's about mid room, bottom of the room, goes to the south.
You know what? I'm gonna take a page out of Akros's book. I don't have charming, but I do have suggestion. So I'll just suggest to that one that is not our friend yet that he follow us peacefully. And he is to make a wisdom saving throw.
And he is Bane, so that's a minus.
I dropped concentration on Bane to try and do suggestions, so
Okay.
I'm being honest here. Probably not a +6, so I win.
That is a +1. So
Follow us peacefully for 8 hours. We have 2 friends. Maybe.
it hasn't really done anything up to this point. It's just kind of sitting there, so there's no expression on its face. It's just bone. But
Excellent.
it is not aggressive at this point.
Come on, buddy.
And that brings us to church.
I'm gonna smack hit the thing in front of me again.
The one that's been charmed.
I don't care. It's undead. It's evil. It's gonna die.
Okay.
But we got 2 friends now.
No.
Come on.
Church is
Gonna
not a pacifist.
No. He does not like dead things.
He says, "Let me pass this fist."
That is 17 plus 24 to hit.
Yeah, that 24 connects.
Alright, well, my spell's gone then, because some of my command is damage
Oh,
to
wait.
target.
No, wait, are you hitting the one that Akros
I'm
charmed?
hitting the one in the doorway.
The one in the doorway was
Yeah,
killed.
the one in the doorway died.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one in
those-
the doorway
those
is
two-
dead.
Yep,
Those
the
two got
only one
blasted.
the only other one in front of you is the one that's baned, and then the one in the middle of the room.
It's not banned, it's suggested now.
Yeah, suggested now.
Oh, well, I will walk up to the closest one
That's
and
the one that's
do that same thing.
suggested.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how much damage did that take?
That's going to be 6 bludgeoning plus 3 fire damage.
You see it kind of shake.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on. I've got my radiant damage too.
Do the
Divine
radiant-
yeah,
strike.
you have holy weapon.
3,
Oh, that's the one.
7. So another 10 radiant damage on top of that.
I'm sorry.
You see it kind of shake,
No, we are not.
and it reaches out towards Brogan as it turns to ash in the fire, and
That happened. Okay.
and that's going to bring us to Avina. The only thing left in the room, other than your friend Veneros, is the one that has been charmed.
Akros, how long is this thing going to be our friend for?
A solid hour.
Should we just kill it?
Hey,
Hang
can
on,
you
let's at
talk
least,
in
like,
common?
Let's at least like circle up and all stab it at once,
No, like
y'all.
chat to it. Like, hey, can you speak in common?
Yeah, the obligatory talking before we murder things. And I just kind of like look at Church with a look of betrayal.
Oh, okay. I guess it's up to me. So it, you're speaking to it in common, and it doesn't really reply.
I say the same thing in Infernal.
Nothing.
Does anybody speak any languages that's not
I
common
say
or
the same
Infernal?
thing
Because
in-
I have
in-
no idea.
I say the same thing in Elvish.
It replies in Elvish.
Because it considers all of us friendly.
It replies
just
in
me.
Elvish. I am the Guardian.
He
Lit
says he's
Guardian
the
of
Guardian.
Cool.
Yes.
Does he like to party?
We like to party.
Amazing.
We like to party.
Awesome.
Now might actually be a really good time to tell you about a really great employment opportunity. I don't know if
That's
you've heard
true.
of Castle Raving Loft, but while I've got your attention, I'd like to tell you about this place. It's really fantastic. We put on a lot of parties.
I'm so proud of you.
Am I doing this right? I still really want to kill him.
Yes, you're absolutely
Just
doing
hold
this
on.
right.
Just hold on. So, are you guys the only people? Can you like?
What are you guarding?
Yeah. Can you, Venerus? Can you like talk between us?
Yes, I can do
I'm
that.
just talking to it in Elvish and ignoring the rest of you guys' questions because I forgot that not everyone speaks all languages. What's up?
Can you ask it? Does it have any other friends here?
My friend would like to know if you have any other friends here.
I had no friends in life, and I have no friends in death. My
Oh, rip,
purpose
my
is
dude.
to guard.
What are you
You have a
guarding?
whole bunch of friends now.
What are you guarding?
Fair enough. For now.
What are you guarding?
A tome.
What kind of tome?
Does that mean like a book? We're not big on books.
It's a large tome. Powerful, ancient tome.
Who
Will it
told you
try to
guard
eat
it?
you if you don't stroke its spine?
That's valid. I cast Mage Hand reflexively.
You're gonna backhand him?
No, I just don't
No,
want to
just in
touch
case
books.
there's another mimic book. Just
Hey sis, do you want to check out this tome? Probably really good for you.
I mean, like an unseen servant. It.
Where's the tome?
Yeah, if we promise not to sully this tome, will you show us where it is?
It's in the biggest room.
Do you want to show us?
Where's the
Continue-
biggest room?
It's
continue
the same
south.
size as the other one.
I cannot leave this room, for this room is enchanted, and if I were to leave, I would no
Oh.
longer have life.
Maybe
well,
you should
that's
do
our-
that.
leave this
Nobody
room.
tell him.
Hey, so as your friend, this life ain't that good, buddy. Life isn't good when you're alive, let alone when you're dead. You should probably try to leave the room and then just kind of like, pass on and have a good life, good afterlife.
Maybe the
That's kind of a tough
enchantment.
sell.
Maybe the enchantment that's keeping you in this room like expired, so you actually can leave. Have you ever tried?
Not in hundreds of years.
See, hundreds of years, all spells expire after 100 years. Like, there's copyright laws about
You know
it.
what?
Like, try it.
YOLO. And he wanders. And he goes and phases through the door to the west and disappears.
I didn't even need to roll for that.
Friend, are you still there?
He's our friend.
I'm
I-
gonna go push the door open and see if there's a pile of bones on the other side.
You push this heavy wooden door open, revealing another room. And as you push the door open, there is a pile of robe and ash on the floor that you scoot through.
Well, he wasn't kidding.
All right, we took care of that, I guess.
I mean, this is arguably much better like situation for him than just hanging out in a room.
Yeah, he died
know,
in
we-
hope, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died with friends, things he's never had, apparently.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was, wow.
That's a nice robe. I'm gonna take that.
It's a little dusty.
Friends don't let robes go unused and just
No, the world needs to see. The world needs to know this man had good fashion.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you get a robe, put that in your inventory. It is a.
Is it a fancy robe?
It is a very fancy robe. It's very ornate, lots of colors, mostly very deep, dark purples.
Hey Venerus, can I see that robe?
Is that like your aesthetic or something?
Well, I mean, you were his best friend, so I suppose you should probably have it.
Thanks. Sis, can you clean the ash off of this?
I am not your personal cleaner, but I
I
will
did-
this time.
Thank you. I want to honor my dead friend. I didn't even know his name.
Oof, yeah, should have asked him that.
Ooh. Now I feel really
I will
considerate.
prestidigitate the robe clean.
I feel like it was probably William.
You know, let's just go with it.
Undead are not
Like-
friends.
I like to think his name was Henry.
Hmm.
And then I want to put on the robe. now
No,
that it's
Church,
clean.
you're definitely right, except for William.
No, William is not my friend.
William is my friend.
Hmm.
Because I only have like a leather tunic on. I don't really have like robes or anything. I'm just gonna like put on the robe and like.
Yeah, it's very nice. It looks like it should weigh a lot more than it does, so it's very light material.
Huh.
Almost feels like you're not wearing anything at all other than like a very light silk garment.
Wait a minute. Did the robe on the suggested guy survive as well after we watched him disintegrate?
Mhm.
I want to go pick up that one. I want to be twinsies. Oh my gosh, twinsies with a twin!
All right, we need a third robe for Avina.
Go get the one with the hole in it and just hold it up.
No.
There
No.
were 4. Only one
You
of them were
take-
destroyed.
You take one of. She takes one of them that's actually pretty nice. Looks at it, tears holes in the back of it for the wings.
Aw.
There we go.
Maybe
then-
we should just give you the one that already has a hole in it. That would probably work.
That's like a hole in the midriff. I mean, I don't know if you saw that lightning thing, but
Look, you don't know fashion as well as I do, okay? Some people make it work. I don't, but some people.
I've already made
Nice
this
thing
work.
is-
It's fine.
The nice
Excellent.
thing is, we now look like the Guardians. So if there's any other creatures, maybe they're going to be like, oh, hey, they're alive. We're not going to bother them. They're our pals. They got the robes.
But like, they were the ones wearing these robes look dead. I feel like if we
Yeah,
don't
but they
look
never
dead,
left the room. So, like, if we go in the next room and there's also undead in there, and they've also have never
That's
left the
valid.
room, they haven't seen their friends.
Brogan, did you want this one with
So-
the hole in it?
No, I already put on the really ashy one.
Hey,
I didn't get it cleaned before I put it on.
Church, here's some treasure.
Excellent.
Oh,
Spoils.
We can match.
treasure.
We could put that. We could line your nice apron in that. I'll bet the pink goes really well with all of these purples and stuff.
I bet if you put this on, you'll look really awesome.
Church puts the robe on.
Nice.
Church, mend the robe first because it's got that rip in it.
Church uses mending on the robe.
Yeah, it works.
All right, now we're a posse. We got
Nice.
this.
Oh, Venerous is the
Venerous
only one that
needs
doesn't get
one.
a robe.
Oh, that's fine. They were a little bit too long for me, anyways.
I feel like you don't like robes.
How
I feel like
tall
you
are
can't
you?
wear.
Not that tall.
Okay.
I feel like you
I
can't wear
also-
How are
robes
these
in the
looking
water.
on? How are these looking on Church at 6'8"?
I'm 5'2".
So
So
church,
am I!
they come down to just above your calf.
He's wearing a night robe. He's wearing a nightie.
How's it looking on 5'2" Brogan? Is it like sticking my fingers out of the sleeves?
Yeah,
And
your
that's it.
your the tips of your
Excellent.
fingers are out, and there's probably about an inch worth of material down on the bottom of the
Waddle,
ground.
waddle.
Yeah, that's kind of dry.
I am Baby Yoda.
Brogan has just turned into Baby Yoda.
I legitimately have a character that the aesthetic is based on Baby Yoda, and it took like 3 sessions for somebody to notice.
I'll take my torch into the next room and start looking around.
All right, you will go into the next room, and I need you to roll initiative.
Oh god, there's more of them?
Yeah, there are. Let me start the encounter thing. There we go. There are 4 humanoids. 3 that look like just random skeletons, but they're big. They stand about 8 foot tall. And then there is a zombie-looking fella in the center of the room.
Damn zombie-looking fella.
All right, guys, I burned my 4th level slot. It's all you.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell them that spells expire after 100 years and they should just leave.
Make sure you tell them in Elvish.
I will.
I think those last ones might have had brains. I'm not so sure about these ones.
Well, I can certainly try.
Athena, what did you roll?
YOLO.
17.
All right. Akros.
10.
Church.
8.
Venerous.
14.
And Brogan.
24.
Nice.
Damn.
Start the encounter. All right. So, this room is also 45 by 45. Standing in the middle of the room is the big zombie-looking creature. Standing in the northwest corner of the room and the southwest corner of the room are 2 skeletons. And then, yeah, there's 3 total square. And then in the southeast corner, there is a skeleton. Veneros goes into the room, so he's standing right by the door. But first up is Brogan. What would you like to do?
I would like to walk towards the door by Venris. How many can I catch in a fairy fire 20-foot cube?
Foot cube. 45 by 45 foot room, so that'd be 1, 2. If you
Can I do like the center guy and one skeleton?
You'd be able to catch like the center guy and the guy on the southeast corner.
Good deal. I will walk into the room, launch that, and announce, spells expire after 100 years, you're free to go join the party. Leave.
Get out.
In Elvish. GTFO. And just try and, like, motion to all of them to walk out. Is there another door in this room, or are we in the only doorway?
There's an archway on the
I motion
western
him
wall
towards that.
and a door in the south east corner.
I motion them away towards the doors.
They don't seem to react other than they turn and seem to notice your presence.
Also, deck saves from the 2 that I hit with fairy fire, please.
5. Well, it
No.
doesn't matter what they have in their fire. 15 plus 3.
Dang
18.
it.
So the guy on the southwest corner passes it, but the big zombie-looking creature in the center of the room is lit up in what color?
Do I have a choice to make it blue, green, and violet in a full disco rave?
Sure. Why not?
Full disco rave.
It's changing colors and lighting up.
Yes.
Pretty dope.
It's like those rainbow
Go.
bricks in Minecraft.
Just go.
It's just, fading very slowly between the rainbow colors.
It's like party time on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I noticed that last week of just like, oh, look, party time.
Little dancing rainbow wizard.
Is that all that party time does? Is just that little dancing wizard?
No, it makes all of the drop down menus also flashy rainbow.
Amazing.
No idea why, but it's great.
All right. I'm spending the rest of my turn exploring party mode on D&D Beyond. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yet. Never know.
That's it.
Okay. Well, it is the zombie's turn.
Oh, flip.
Shoo.
And
Shoot.
you hear it scream out in what sounds like primordial. Does anybody speak primordial? Okay. You hear it say, "Desecrators!"
He's not happy with us. Also, he doesn't speak Elvish.
Dang it.
No, we were invited. I responded primordial.
You were invited.
And he is going to head towards the door and attempt to, actually,
Oh, no.
he is
Oh,
going
good.
to
No.
so he reaches up and he snaps his fingers and he creates a 20-foot radius sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog centered on the door.
Huh.
The fog spreads around corners.
Poisonous, you say?
Yeah, and it lasts for the duration until strong wind disperses the fog, ending the spell. Its area is heavily obscured.
Sounds like a cloud kill.
Yeah.
It is.
That
It is
does a
in
lot of
fact.
damage.
So I need
Yuck.
Did pretty much everybody except for Church, right?
yeah. Fog
Con save?
the creature takes 5d8 poison damage on a failed save, or half as
I can
much
s-
on a successful one.
I can still be poisoned. I just have resistance to poison damage.
Oh,
Oh, that's unfortunate. What's
Oh,
again?
it's a con save,
It
right?
is a Constitution saving throw, yes.
baby
I
nat
got
20.
And his DC
Nice.
is spell save DC.
I got an 11.
Should be under their innate spellcasting if that's what they have.
Yeah,
I see legendary action.
Oh, that's not good.
that's not a good thing.
We give away all its secrets here. I don't see talent. There's a challenge rating, which is
Does it have innate spellcasting?
list these all as spellcasting. Bars 12. Guessing is intelligence, spell save DC 17.
Ooh.
Jeez.
So
how much damage did I just take?
I got a
Wait.
19.
5d8.
Did you just say intelligence save?
No, it's a con save. His
Oh, okay.
spellcasting ability. is
Intelligence for the modifier.
Phew.
Yeah.
I'm like, because if that's an intelligence, I nat 20, but I still might not make it.
Oof.
So the DC is 17, or you take 5d8 fire damage. So,
Jeez.
Yikes. Poison, maybe? From Cloudkill?
yeah, poison. Sorry, not fire. I said fire, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did. It's all
You're
good.
thinking
Though.
about fireball.
Half as much on a successful save?
Yep.
Yeah,
Nat
no, I
20.
failed.
Yep, I failed too.
I got a 19.
I passed with 24.
Jesus.
So you're gonna get
I might still die.
26 poison, or half on a
Okay.
on a
Jeez.
save.
And since I have resistance, I take half of that. Huzzah!
13.
That's half my health, even though I passed.
Am I
poison
rounding
damages.
up or down, Doc?
Round down.
Round down, okay.
I am so afraid.
I mean, you should be at this point.
All right. And it is now the skeletal juggernauts in the southwest corner's turn.
The
I
names of
don't
these things
like
we're fighting,
this.
Doc.
Look, just because we talked our way out of the last 3 sessions doesn't mean you have to give us an entire dungeon crawl of skeletons right now.
We should have started at a different door.
Yup.
Rebranding the undead, huh?
I told you this was a bad idea.
Nothing leaves this cave.
And things need to stay dead.
The skeletal juggernaut meanders its way towards the door. Whoever's standing there, I believe Church is in the front, right?
No, that was
Oh, it was
that
Venerous and me.
Venerous.
Venerous, it is going to scream out at you as it tries to swipe you with claws. It's a +6.
Oh,
17, 18, 19, 23
yes.
to hit. And it's 2d8 plus 3. Where's my d8? There it is. 6, 7, 8, 9 damage
Okay.
as he swipes at you. And it has multi-attack, so it's also going to swipe at Brogan. 19
Yep.
plus 6 to hit, so it's going to hit
Nope.
2d8. That's a 4, 6, 10, so 10 plus 3, 10. 13 as it swipes at you. Don't forget you all have plenty of health potions.
Yeah, probably should have had one of those before opening this door.
But that brings us down to Avina. Avina, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I want to move out of the fog,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast.
Do you have like whirlwind or just a gust of wind?
No, I don't. No, I
Heavy
don't.
breathing?
No, I don't have heavy breathing. That's your category. I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit at 3rd level
Amazing.
Okay.
as my. That's a bonus action,
Mhm.
and then for my action, I'm gonna look at this thing that just swiped at everybody, and
no.
tell it that I've seen more hair on a bald man, and cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
So it's got to make a Wisdom save.
Okay. I don't think these things are very wise with a -1. That's a 12. -1 is 11.
Okay, cool. So that's 2d4. That's going to be 6 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yay.
Okay. Remind me that, because there's no way for me to mark that on this yet. They
Okay.
don't have status trackers on the encounter thing yet.
And then when everybody starts their turn with Healing Spirit, they're going to take, since I did it at 3rd level, 2d6 healings.
Amazing.
And that's on the beginning of their turn or the end of their turn?
The beginning of their turn.
Okay.
You should remember this. Cal has lived because of Healing Spirit.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was the beginning or the end, but it's definitely kept me alive.
Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Who
Are you gonna roll the 2d6?
are you casting that on currently? It makes a 5-foot cube.
I am casting it.
I'm in the middle of the group,
Where
right?
you gonna put it?
Yeah, you're all pretty much in the same area right now
Yeah.
by the door.
I'm gonna try to maneuver it so that it hits at least
I have 5 hit points. It needs to
Yeah.
hit me, please.
Brogan-
No, I was
Brogan's
trying to
bad.
remember Brogan's name. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah,
A
I'm gonna
new
try
kid
to
works.
I'm gonna try to angle it so it hits Brogan and Venerus.
Yay.
Oh, and the that'll be 8 healings when it gets to your turn.
Sweet.
Does it only heal the two of them?
Unless you get into their space.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes a 5-foot cube, and anytime a creature enters it, they heal.
Gotcha.
Can't heal constructs are dead. Oof.
Rip.
Venerus.
Sorry, Church.
It is your turn, so take your healing, and then you can take your...
Okay, 8
Actions.
points of healing.
Yep.
That feels nice. Still inside this disgusting cloud of farts. I'm gonna cast some gust of wind on it, and blast that outwards directly towards the creature that just attacked me. Conceivably, is also in a line with zombie lord thing in the middle of the room. So,
The skeletal juggernaut just went north from the southeast corner, so it's directly south of where you're at. And then the other end is in the middle of the room. There is another skeletal juggernaut that would be in a diagonal 45-degree line in the southwest corner of the room.
I want it to hit. Well, obviously, I'm in the middle of the cloud kill, so I want it to go through the guy that just attacked me, and then also hopefully hit the zombie. So I'll angle it however I need to. It's a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide line of strong wind.
Okay, I don't know with this angle, the juggernaut that came up from the south east corner isn't really in a line. You could hit the zombie and then the one in the southwest corner, but the one that came up from the southeast corner is basically due south of you on the eastern wall.
Okay. Sorry, just having a little bit of trouble visualizing this.
That's all right.
On the eastern wall.
Y'all.
You are on the eastern wall. You came in through the eastern wall.
Okay. So it's a 10-foot wide line though. Could I catch him with like half of it? It's
Yeah,
not the
he's,
usual
he
yeah,
five
puts
he's
his
foot.
hand
within,
out,
He's
it'll
within
go
melee
wide.
range, so yeah.
Okay,
you could
cool.
do that.
So
You'd probably be able to catch all three of them then, with the distance.
oh shucks, well then heck yeah. I would
Yeah.
like to do that. So that puts my torch out, but it also disperses gas or vapor.
Okay.
Um,
Disperses. So it's not going to, like, push the cloud, it's going to disperse the cloud?
yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
Nice.
it's safe from that, though.
Amazing.
Dope.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's my action. Can I drink a potion as a bonus action?
I do make those bonus actions.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
-1 potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2. Where's my pretty health d4s? Heal.
How wide is the doorway, Doc? Is it still like 5 feet?
That's 7
10 feet?
points.
This is the double door, so it's a 10-foot.
10 foot wide. Okay, cool.
Hey, I just remembered something.
Yeah,
So,
I have a 7 hit point goblin with me.
who is
Ooh.
cowering at your ankle.
No, I mean if we got hit with all that poison stuff.
I like to
have
think that
a
it was above his
7 hit
head.
point corpse with me.
I like to think it was like above his head, and he's just like, well.
What's the rolling, Doc?
The goblin is short enough that it wasn't taken out, but the orc
Ooh.
is passed out behind the group.
Rip.
It was fear from the previous combat. I'm gonna then
Sorry.
back up out of the door, maintaining concentration on my gust of wind.
Okay, so you're heading a little bit north.
Back into the room where we fought the Deathlocks.
Okay, gotcha. So you're backing up. Okay.
I'm such a
That
terrible
makes sense.
boss, you guys.
All right.
You're doing your best.
No, I'm not.
And that brings us to the skeletal juggernaut that is in the northwest corner. Up at the top
He's
over here.
in my gust. He's also in my gust of wind, right?
No, that's the one in the southwest corner.
Okay, gotcha.
The one in the northwest corner is going to spend his movement coming over about 10 feet away from the door at this point.
Okay.
And these are not magical. Yes, one.
Question.
Yes.
Because I moved out of the poison cloud,
Mhm.
was I in the way of his gust of wind?
We didn't specify which direction. I assumed you had moved back
Okay, cool.
out of it, so that's...
We didn't specify, and I didn't know if you were going to be a dick or not.
No, I'm not going to have him launch you into the zombie.
Yeet!
If it moves into my gust of wind, it has to spend double movement to move against the flow of air.
Yeah,
Are
you're
you eating a cheese stick right now? Okay.
You're casting at a southwest angle, 45-degree angle, to hit the one that's there, the center zombie, and the one in the southwest corner. And the one in the northwest is skirting along the north wall and is about 10 feet from the door, so he's on the northern side of you.
Okay, so he hasn't entered into the line.
Right.
Cool.
And he can't reach you.
Cool.
He's a melee attacker, so... interesting thing. Akros, you're up. What are you doing? There is a juggernaut just north of the door, outside of Venerus's wind thing, and then the other three seem to be caught in the wind gust.
The one's still right next to Brogan, right?
Right.
Akros is going to look at Brogan like, you should probably move back in a second. And Akros is going to use, as an action, at third level, Moonbeam.
Yeah.
It's 5 foot wide. It's a concentration spell, but he's gonna drop it in the center of the doorway, so it hits both. Like they'd have to pass through the moonbeam, both. To do it. I think the creature that's next to Brogan would get hit by this.
Okay.
It's a 40-foot high, 5-foot radius, so it's 10 foot wide. And I take 3d10 radiant damage on a failed Constitution save.
Okay. Weird how.
Most undead don't, I think.
You
Would
can
think.
change that if you want to be nice. You
I
can
mean, there's
absolutely change that if you want to be really nice.
Just not
skeletons.
Really?
Skeletal.
Blunt damage, right? Because they're
Yeah,
skeletons.
bludgeoning damage. Skeletons have vulnerability to it.
My character doesn't know that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Church has a mace.
Yeah, they took that out
Fine.
after 3.5, Joe.
I think some still have.
How
Yeah, so that one
did
has
the
to make a
movie-
con save.
Con
To
save.
make 15.
Constitution is a +2, and it rolled a 19, 20, 21.
So it takes 7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage to north. 7.
Moonbeam is awesome.
So then, as he kind of like drops the beam down, he's gonna move his hands in a certain way and turn into, like, kind of immediately a wild shape into a saber-toothed tiger. The fangs, the huge fangs, have the one that they match his horn. So one is kind of broken off like 3/4 of the way down, and one is all the way down. And the purplish robe actually makes up most of its coat. All the colors of the robe make its coat, except its head. And then I'm going to use my movement to interpose myself between Brogan and the other creature,
Okay.
the skeletal juggernaut, and kind of shove Brogan back into the group, out of the way, like the direct line of attack.
Okay. The goblin
Oh.
I feel
clinging
so
to her
loved.
ankle follows back.
You see,
Sorry,
I now
Nolan.
have fresh full HP because I have shave shifted. So you don't get to get hit for 5 damage and die.
I feel so loved.
And,
yeah, and I'm just gonna growl angrily.
describe
Fenris, who's
that
never,
growl?
who's
It's like it's just like this huge saber-tooth tiger's in the way.
Nice.
Fenris, who's never seen a saber-tooth tiger, goes, "What is that?"
It very clearly is Akros.
A really good meat shield.
Made of meat.
All right. And that brings us up to Church. Church, what would you like to do?
So, are the ones caught in the gusts like clumped together at this point? Would you say
They haven't been moved. No, they're still
still
holding-
fairly far
yeah,
apart
holding
from
their
each other?
position, Yeah.
Okay.
But there is one
Um,
by the door. That was by Brogan, who's now standing in front of Akros, and there's one just to the northwest of where Veneros is standing outside of his gust.
Okay. I guess I would approach and start beating on the one that's in the doorway.
Okay, so you're beating on the one that Akros has interposed.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's gonna be 13 plus 8, so 21 to hit.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
All right, so I'm going to do my d6 bludgeoning damage. It's going to be 7. I'm going to get my 1d8 fire damage. That's another 3 fire damage, and then I still have my holy weapon up, so another 2d8 radiant. Yes, 8 and 2, so 10 radiant damage.
All right. You rack into the bones of this thing and just crack, crack. You can hear the cracking of the bones as you smack your mace into that thing. Any other movement or actions?
Nope, that's it.
All right. That is going to bring us to the skeletal juggernaut in the southwest corner, who is fighting against the wind.
And that's
so-
the one with disadvantage on his attack roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you start your turn in the gust of wind, you have to make a strength saving throw, or be pushed 15 feet away. But he's already in the farthest corner.
Yeah. I'm going to say if he fails, he can't move out of the gust of wind.
Okay,
Fair enough. Instead of being pushed, he just can't move forward.
cool. It's a DC 13.
Okay, well, he nat
Unfortunately,
one,
not
so.
too bad.
doesn't
Oh, sweet.
So he is stuck in the corner, just up against the wall. And that is his turn. So we're back up to the top of the turn order. Brogan, don't forget to take your healing if the spirit of healing is still going.
I'm definitely doing that. And then, well, I was gonna Thunderwave, but like the rest of y'all took care of that for me. That's cool. Is the big guy wearing metal?
he does appear to have some kind of metallic armor
Mm-hmm.
that he is wearing.
I am debating.
Look, if you don't do
Yeah.
it, I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna cast heat metal on the big Skeletor's armor.
Okay.
So that's just 2d8 fire damage. No save.
Yep, he's wearing it. He can't get out of it.
So that's a 7 and a 6 is
7.
somebody
and a
math
13.
that.
All right.
Fire damage. And I'm gonna bonus action drink a potion.
Do it.
Cool.
Gonna
Cool.
need that potion because
Cool.
his turn.
He has to make a
He's
strength saving throw.
17.
All right, so he's not pushed 15 feet back at the beginning of his turn.
No pluses. All 17.
That's the one in the doorway.
That is the guy in the center of the room, the big zombie-looking guy who did the cloud kill. He
Skeletor.
Yes.
Skeletor.
Ha ha!
You'll never touch my book.
He's not going to attempt to move. He's going to stand his ground. He feels that gust of wind, and he feels, I'm just going to stay here. He's not going to attempt to move. But you see him mouth something as he snaps his fingers and... Yes, go ahead.
I just rolled 2 4s on my potion of healing. I'm sorry, I got excited.
No, that's
Nice.
good. That's good healing.
Yay! I'm at 2/3. Anyways, he snaps his fingers and scares everyone. What?
Yeah, a DC 17 Constitution saving throw as he casts Circle
Damn
of
it.
Death centered on Veneros.
Okay.
This is not my lucky dice anymore.
At 20.
Nice.
Also nat 20. I love this dice.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
use-
save, Doc?
I'm gonna use that advantage
DC
from
17.
Grim.
Yeah, I'm
Con
using my
save?
advantage.
I rolled a 16 plus 2. Thank you, Grim. You probably just saved my
Grim?
life.
Grim, you just saved us all.
Yeah, I got a 14 on my death save. My save.
Oh,
You
I
know
got-
what?
Sorry.
They
Even
really
with
need to-
advantage, I only got a 15.
They need to integrate the dice roller for the character sheets with the encounter builder. That would be really, really helpful. Not complaining, because I love the encounter builder, and I have the Beyond 20 VTT thing installed, but I can't click on that unless I have like Roll20 or something like that up to roll the dice. So it'd be really nice if we get a dice roller integrated with the encounter builder.
I'm sure it's coming.
So,
All those.
how much damage did we just take? Those of us that failed.
Don't keep counting.
It's all right.
And 35.
Mm-hmm. I see.
What type of damage?
Necrotic.
And
I'm
those of
glad
us
that I
who
wild
take
shaped.
half.
Half on a save.
Okay.
I'm really glad I'm maxed out that because I'd be right
Mm.
now.
17.
All right,
Yeah,
so I know
that's-
what I'm doing for my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need my d8s.
Oh, I need to do a
Ouchies.
concentration check, don't I?
Oh yeah, same.
Big
Yeah,
I
yikes.
also have to do a concentration check.
Ooh, I rolled a 19. Okay. Plus
Nope.
2.
Gust of wind is gone.
Oh no.
That's
Heat
okay.
level is still up.
It was taking my concentration. I can do other things now.
I
Oh,
passed mine.
19. I
Got
passed
18
mine.
plus 4.
I got 19 plus 2.
19 total.
Okay. So that's its turn. The skeletal juggernaut that is right next to Akros now is going to attack Akros.
It's gonna take radiant damage first.
Radiant damage. Moonbeam.
It's gonna make a
yes.
con save.
Con save is a 12.
It's gonna fail.
So it takes
Yes. Full damage.
Takes.
Oh shit, concentration. Yeah.
It takes 21 radiant damage
Healing
at the beginning of
spirit's
its
gone.
turn.
Darns. Dangs. That evil laugh.
Wait.
Wait, I have a thing for this.
Okay, guys, I have Song of Rest. It'll be fine.
If we can get to the point where we can rest.
Okay, as long as I survive, I can use Raise Dead once per day.
As long as multiple people don't die, right? Because you can only do it once per day, and it has to be within
Once per
24
day.
hours.
10 days is the
Oh, is it
limitation.
10? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Son of a hooker, I forgot about cutting words.
Use it.
Dang.
You can use it on damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Use that on everything.
That brings us to... Oh yeah, he was doing his attack. I'm sorry. He's clawing at Akaros. Akaros, it is a 19 plus 6 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 2d8. 8 right there. So it's 3 plus 8, 11 plus 3. 12, 13, 14 damage as it claws at you.
Okay.
Is there anybody else next to you, Akros? You've taken the lead on that, right? You're right in front of it.
Yeah.
said you're
Pushed me
interposed.
back.
Yep.
So it's going to use its multi-attack to do the same thing.
I took 12, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is only a 4 to hit.
That does not hit.
So
I
he's
think.
going to swipe at you and completely miss on that second claw. So he swipes the first time, it slashes you real good, and you kind of reel backwards as he's uppercutting with the other one, and he misses that second attack. And that brings us to Avina.
I'm gonna put my hand on my own chest and I'm casting Cure Wounds so I don't die.
Yay. We love that.
And there goes my one and only 4th level spell slot because I hurt that bad.
Oof. That's a big.
There's a lot of death in that circle of death.
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
stay?
I'm-
Is that like an existing thing that stays there? Or is it just like a boof?
I believe
The
it's just a
dissipates.
wolf.
I get 26
The
healing
both.
back.
A wolf.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna quaff a healing potion.
Would you
Heal
do
and
this turn
follow
and
it up
not
with
die?
more heal.
I needed to not die. This is very important.
I undied. Wait, that means you're undead!
No one did.
Branding.
I don't know about that.
All right.
6, 7.
So you heal up. You have any movement or anything else that you would like to do?
I'm at the back of the group,
Mhm.
so oops.
I
I'm
imagine
good.
you and I are just like holding each other in fear at this point.
Yeah, that's my headcanon. Brogan and Avina are just like, this is bad.
Ah. Bard's got a bard. And by that I mean Bard's got to cry while everyone else dies.
Yeah. Hey, as a bard, I have kept an entire party alive, like shoved in the corner, just like
Job.
touching them, healing.
Good job.
And at this point, Brogan, you feel a tug, and then you feel pressure released off your ankle, and you hear a goblin, and he runs into the room and climbs up the skeleton in front of Akros with the rusty pick and starts hacking away.
He's gonna die.
Go, Gobbo, go.
And that
We
brings
had a
us
blacksmith.
to Venerus.
Hey,
Um,
you can blacksmith things.
That's true. Yeah, you are forge.
Yeah, I forge.
Forge.
What have I done? I am responsible for this tiny thing.
Venner's is not doing too hot, but he's gonna step on up to the skeletal juggernaut and try to give him a smack with the javelin.
How's this thing looking?
Not
Doc?
a javelin.
The one that's
Trident.
on the south or the one that's at the north, Venerus?
Whichever one looks more beaten up.
The one on the south. The one on the north hasn't been touched by anyone yet.
Oh, good.
Doc,
Yep.
the one that's in front of me. How rough does that thing look? Or is
It's a skeleton, and you can see that the bones are cracked from the beatdown that it's getting, and you can see that the rusty chisel that Nolan is like chipping away at the bone. It's not like going all the way through the bone, but you can see in the skull like little chips where the rusty chisel is chipping away at the skull.
I am so proud of that
okay?
sad, defeated little goblin.
That is a 21 to hit with my trident.
You hit hard.
I'm gonna divine smite the heck out of him
Yes.
with a first level spell slot. They are undead.
Mhm.
So that means I get 3d8. That's a d8. Trapped away my dice vault, and that's d8, and that's d8. Oh, and a d6.
If anybody wants to donate advantage, can it please go to Nolan this time? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. So he takes 12 points of piercing damage from the trident, which is non-magical if that matters. And then he takes 16 points of radiant damage from the divine smite.
Okay. You notice that as the light from your divine smite enlightens the skeleton, and it kind
It's
of
like
begins
it's like
to
the
glow.
green flash.
Yeah. And you see there's charred marks left behind on the bone, and it seems like the bone is now more brittle.
All right. Second attack. Level 5 paladin. Yeah. Second attack is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna smite him again. Less good, but still pretty good. That is 10 points of piercing damage and 15 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, this thing looks pretty weary at this point. The bones almost look how they look charred before. They almost look like they're just ash held together by magical means.
Nice. And then I'm gonna back up and drink another healing potion.
Sabertooth Akros has gifted everyone advantage.
Nolan.
Thank you for that donation.
Woot.
And you all have advantage on your next skill that you wish to use it on. Skill or attack.
Doing it for the kids, but sometimes we need to help ourselves too.
Oh. If you rolled 2 4s, but I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, sad.
All right, back in double digits, baby. We're doing good.
You should just have me roll your stuff because I always roll the best.
Apparently.
Well, this seems to have enraged this skeletal juggernaut. Do you have any other bonus actions or movements that you would like to take, Veneros, before I move on?
No. I was probably like 10 feet away from him.
Yeah.
So I was stepped forward 10 feet, and then I'm gonna back up 20 feet as I drink that healing potion into the room where we fought the Deathlocks.
Gotcha. Okay.
Try to draw them out. Maybe see if that works on these guys.
It does enrage him, and as you kind of stepped away from him, that kind of presents who would be standing next. That'd be Akros again, right?
Yep.
And then Church, where are you at this point? You've kind of walked into the room and beaten it, so you're standing like kind of next to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's pretty angered, and it looks if it had facial expressions, it would look extremely desperate at this point as it claws out, and it kind of like disassembles and falls apart. You can see the bones like separating, and it's going to I don't know if this is a cast, it's an action called Avalanche of Bones.
No.
Is it its turn, or is it just doing that?
It is its turn, and this is what it's doing on it.
Then it takes the moonbeam first.
Yeah, roll that.
It makes a con save.
Make a con save.
I'm assuming it's not very big on Constitution. That's a 10.
Yeah, it fails. Take 17 radiant damage.
Nice.
Okay, it is extremely desperate at this point.
Ow. I was hoping I was going to kill it.
Real close. So
That's 1 of 3.
The moonbeam kind of lights it up, and you see the brittleness of the bone as they kind of fall. Some of the bones kind of dissipate and turn to ash as the avalanche of bones, the juggernaut, collapses into a large heap before quickly reforming. Each creature within a 10-foot radius of the juggernaut must make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Yuck.
Not dexterity.
Or take 48 bludgeoning damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
I'm glad it
What's
backed
the
up 20
save
feet.
again?
It is a
Dex.
dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
13. Damn it.
Nat 20.
And that's 18.
Yes.
So you're going to take 18 bludgeoning damage or half that on a save.
Alright, so.
And then the creature that fails the saving throw is also knocked prone.
So.
Up.
That's 14, so I take the 5.
Carry the 1.
And then 9. So with that, Akros is laying on his back as a person, like,
Oh,
ow.
Well, Akros, it is your turn. So go ahead.
Okay, and I got a Constitution save. Nat 20 on the Constitution, so Moonbeam is still there.
Yes. Get him.
So he is gonna stand up. As an action, as this thing is getting really annoying at this point, he is going to use Tidal Wave. So he's gonna drop like almost like he's gonna pull some sweat off of his brow, throw it on the ground, and a tidal wave is just gonna rise up and drive everything back. They have to make a deck save. It's 10 foot wide, 10 feet tall, and 30 feet back.
You have received a 25-cent donation, David.
Woo! Yeah!
What is that for?
By the glory of Ealdro!
What's it for? Want to give him advantage or a health potion? Health potion.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
so
Put that in the donation.
yeah, it's gonna everything that's 30, say 10 feet wide, and then 10 feet tall, and then 30 feet back is just hit with a tidal wave.
Oh,
Has to make a deck save.
okay.
Does that include us?
In front of me. So unless you're in front of me.
So
I think
church.
Church is
yeah.
beside you at this point, isn't he? Didn't you step to the side of the creature? The creature was in front of Akros, and Church was on the side.
It was wherever was close enough to hit it.
Yeah, you were at the side of Akros.
Yeah,
According to my
either way,
map.
I would
Okay.
try to not hit Church if I could.
The DM is
Are you just
merciful.
looking for change at this point?
Good girl.
Who is that for? Theta?
Nolan.
Theta, you got a 25-cent donation as well. Do you want health potion or advantage? Advantage means she gets to roll twice. A higher number. Okay, Theta, you have advantage.
Woo.
That's 2.
Remind me to mail her a roll of quarters, please.
Hey, it's all for a good cause, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to roll a what? Dexterity?
DC 15 deck save.
That is a 17. Have any adjustments? So it's a 17.
Okay, is it going to hit anyone else too? Or is it just the one?
How wide is it again?
10 feet wide, 30 feet deep.
It's just the one that's in front of you. And if it's
Okay,
going
that's fine.
south.
Yeah, so now it takes that's the wrong button. Tidal wave.
Was the zombie dude not behind him in the middle of the room?
The one immediately south is up against the eastern wall. The zombie man is in the middle of the room. 10 foot wide would not be wide enough. It'd have to be like 20 feet wide.
But then it travels
30 feet away.
30 feet.
Right, south.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay. That takes
Unless you're trying to
48.
angle it. I suppose you could turn yourself and angle it.
I would
Still-
try to hit as much as I can without hitting Church. So if I could do that, I would try to.
You would be able to see if you turned
Church
at a
can take it.
45-degree angle. You could,
Yeah.
you'd be able to hit 3 of them actually. The one right in front of you, the middle guy, and the one in the southwest corner.
Oh yeah, I would totally do that.
Okay, you'd be able to see that, and you'd be able to visually assess the situation.
Yeah.
So
I can't see a map now, so
right.
They would have to make a DC 15 Dex save, and then the damage is 18. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Oh, we finally have a map.
I've
I'm just
been trying
smashing
to
into
do,
the
theater of the
squad.
mind, but I do have a map.
No, you're good.
Nice.
All right, yeah, so you have to make a DC 15 Dex save.
Okay, so
all
we
of
know
those
the one failed it. The one that was due south, so I have to roll for the other two. That is a 17 plus 2, 18, 19.
That saves.
And then a 12 plus 2 is a 14.
That one fails.
Okay.
So on a fail, it takes 18 and is knocked prone.
This one here failed. And then that one is the one that passed. Right?
Praise the Tempest.
Okay, so you cast your tidal wave, and you see the two skeletal juggernauts just get swept up and slammed into the walls in the corner, and they fall down, just bone, and they don't seem to be animated at this point. The person in the center gets hit by this wave, but he stands his ground. That zombie in the center stands his ground and get knocked back.
What happened to the one right in front of me? Is it still there?
That juggernaut and the other juggernaut in the southwest corner got hit by it and
Okay, and they're
swept
just
away.
down.
Yeah, they're down.
Whatever. Okay.
They look like an inanimate pile of bones.
Okay. Aggravated that it beat the crap out of me, I'm going to kind of roar as a person and turn back into a saber-toothed tiger using my second and final wild shape. And then sprint up to the one in the middle and just kind of like swing around. So I'm it would be between me and the group.
Gotcha. So you're on the southwest side of it. You're on the opposite side. So the group is in the northwest or northeast corner. You kind of swing around so that you're behind it, kind of flanking it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Church is going to run up to it, so I can kind of distract it, hopefully.
Okay.
But it uses my action to do that. So I'm back as a tiger.
Okay. And that brings us up to Church. There is still one to the north, just slightly west, that hasn't been touched, where Veneros was standing. Veneros has since retreated.
GTFO'd.
Yeah.
Yeeted away from it.
But there's that one up in the north, and then there's the one in the middle who Akros has just... The zombie guy in the middle who's Akros has just flanked.
Obviously, the middle one is closer to us at this point. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go up to the middle one and I'm going to smack him. That's going to be 16 to hit.
16 is going to hit, yep.
Thank goodness. Okay. So he's going to take 10 bludgeoning damage, 3 fire damage, and 10 radiant damage.
Dang.
He
And-
appears to be pretty messed up at this point.
Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm going to use my bonus action to drop a Searing Smite at level 4.
Okay.
Hi, I have inadequacy issues.
So that's another 5d6 fire damage that I'm doing.
Do it.
3, 7, 9, 15, and 17. So another 17 fire damage, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or he is very much on fire.
That's a 3.
So he'll take another d6 of fire damage on the start of his turn.
Gotcha. So he is on fire currently.
Yeah.
And it would be the skeletal juggernaut's turn, but he is dead. So you see a little goblin pop up out of the pile of bones. And he runs over and hugs Brogan's ankle.
I just full hug him.
And it is Brogan's turn.
I am so proud of this little bugger. I am so terrified for him. I will let's see. So what is the positioning? I'm tucked back in the hallway with Avina. So what can I see from inside the hallway? Can I see one without having to move?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the person in the center, and then the one in the north is just north of the door. So you can see him. He's about 10 feet away from the door and just about 5 feet north of the door.
Okay. The first one's closer to dead, though, right?
Yeah.
I
he
will
looks pretty
ray of
messed up.
Frost that one,
Okay.
please. I have to make an attack roll on that, I think. Yes, I do.
Can I gift her my advantage?
I mean, I have 2 advantage.
It's your advantage
so-
Oh,
to
okay.
do what you want. So.
If you've already got one, then we're good.
Yes, I in fact have 2. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
So I would like to hit that with 6 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay, and you were targeting the zombie man in the center, right? The one
Yes.
that looked pretty image.
Yes.
You ray of frost this thing, and you can see the icicle start to form on its skin, and it just seems to slow its movement.
It is skin? Cool. Gross.
Remnants of.
Yuck. Yuck. I like that description less.
And it freezes up a little bit, and it starts to stop moving. It stops moving, and you can hear as you see little cracks forming on the skin.
Lit. I will inspire somebody. Who's going next?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Avina is next in the turn order.
Sweet. I will just give Avina an extra squeeze. I'll just like pick up Nolan and just like let Nolan hug her too, and just be like, we got this. We love you. Ah.
And you are now
You're
inspired.
inspired.
It is Tarl's turn, but he is currently frozen. And as he attempts to move,
Oh,
he shatters.
hold up.
Yes.
I just read what I can do as my Bard College, and I want to do that instead. Is that okay?
What is it you're doing?
I can spend 1 use to grant 5 temporary HP up to 5 creatures that I can see, and they can see me, and they can immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed towards me without provoking opportunity attacks.
Wow. Yeah,
Mantle of Inspiration.
do it.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Everybody gains 5 temporary hit points, and you can use your
Whew.
reaction to move 5 feet.
Nope, up to their movement.
Up to their movement in a specific direction, or just any old?
It
Just towards
says
her.
Immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. It doesn't actually say towards me or not. I just
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move
move wherever
towards
you want.
towards another
Without
bad guy.
opportunity attacks.
Don't get right next to it. Please don't get right next to
There
it.
is the one to the north of the door.
I'll move halfway to it.
Okay. So you kind of have like a 15-foot distance between you and him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Man, I need to read my stuff more, cause like MP.
Because this thing, if I can angle it so what I'm casting is a 10-foot radius, but I don't want to hit any of my friends. Can I do that?
Valid.
Yeah.
Cool.
Carefully.
So it needs to make a DC 15 Constitution save as I cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Yes.
Nice.
It rolled a 5.
Yes.
That is... Wow. I rolled 4d8s and I got 5 on all of them.
Nice.
How is that possible?
Probability.
Yeah, so that's 20 damage.
You said 20 damage, huh?
20.
Yeah. Well, as the spell describes, you hear some more cracking
Yeah.
as he just explodes into ice crystals and shatters and falls to the ground in tiny little pieces,
Beautiful.
leaving just the singular skeletal juggernaut to the north. And it is Veneros's turn.
Sweet. Yep, I'm gonna head on over towards him. That 15 feet. And I'm gonna take Cranberry Sweat's suggestion, and I'm gonna do my best to mess him up. I'm gonna make an attack with my trident.
Okay.
If I can get my D20 out of my dice cage. Freaking
Was it in
dice vault.
trouble?
Here we go.
Yes.
That is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that 18 connects.
Sweet. Divine Smite.
Woo!
Do it. That damage.
Save
Dumping
some
all
for
that
the
right on
entire
him.
next dungeon that we
Nope.
have to crawl through.
No can do. I probably should, but Venerous
But
is not
this is
that
more satisfying.
Venerous is not that smart. Okay,
A
and
mood.
still undead, so 2d8 plus another d8 plus d6. Good rolls. Okay. 11 points of piercing damage from the trident and 18 points of radiant damage from the divine smite. Second attack. Terrible.
You have advantage.
You also still have your
I
inspiration.
am also inspired. I'm
You
gonna
have
use the.
options.
I rolled a 2. I'm gonna use the advantage. Wait.
Yeah, because if you use the inspiration, then you're not gonna. There's no way you could.
Yeah, but if you
I have
use
a
the
plus.
advantage,
I have a +7 to hit, so that already puts me at 9. I don't know what their armor class is. I'm just gonna go for the advantage. Okay. I might still have to use the inspiration because that's a 13. I'm gonna use the inspiration.
Good, do it.
That is a 19.
That hits.
You're welcome. What
Divine
do you
Smite!
hit without it? What do you hit without it? Let me feel.
Don't tell me.
effective.
Don't tell me. It helped. It was what I needed. Okay. That's another 11 points of piercing damage and 14 points of radiant damage.
Yeah. So you channel all your anger and aggression towards this entire dungeon and
The Wrath of Yadra the Tempest.
describe your death.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think the first one stabs the trident in. And there's a burst again of that sort of like that green flash color, the sun through the ocean. And that probably smashes several bones off, and then like leaving the trident planted for a moment, grabs it, and then backhand with both hands plunges it down again, and same sort of like green burst of radiant energy, and just shards of bones flying everywhere.
Yeah. And you are officially out of combat as everything has been defeated.
Ooh.
Leaning on the trident.
Still hugging Brogan.
Yep. I have a messy goblin, and yep. Party. Our
Brogan,
party right here.
you do smell something rather odd coming from down below.
Oh.
And,
Oh.
Nolan looks
I'm
rather
not prepared.
ashamed.
I'm not prepared for this. I'm not ready to be parent.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
also wet. Like he's sopping wet from the tidal wave.
Oh.
Soggy underpants.
Smells like wet goblin.
I just pat him anyways. And then who's the one that has prestidigitation?
Yo.
Can you clean this up for me?
Can you prestidigitate the turd out of his diaper?
It's a baby. Can you clean this for me with magic? I don't know what to do with this.
No, legitimately, if I had prestidigitation in real life, which if there was one cantrip that I could take in real life,
Yeah.
that's what it would be.
Oh god, yes.
I can't count how many times I would use it to clean things.
Exactly.
Per hour.
I mean,
Okay.
I've got car seats that have been vomited on in 30-degree weather. I've got nasty just kids.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
no, you're clean.
Dishes.
Stop
Literally
it.
just no.
There were worked in a classroom
No.
I worked in a classroom of 1-year-olds. I feel that. I feel that so
That's a mood.
much. Like,
So, there is a door to the north, a door to the south.
we want to not open any doors.
and
we
We're
wanna
gonna
sit
take a
down.
long rest right
We want to
here.
sit down and nap.
Yeah, I
we're
could
taking
go
at
for-
least a short rest.
You do
I could-
recall that the individuals in the prior chamber told you that the treasure or the tome that they were guarding, they said go south.
Is that what we did?
No,
That's
you
not
went,
what we
You went
did.
west.
We're idiots.
There was no door to the south in that room. There is a door to the south in this room.
Great.
And for the sake of time, because it is 11:20, we're gonna say you open up the door to the south, and in this room there is a hoard of treasures. And in the center of the room is a pedestal with a tome that has a silver ribbon wrapped around it.
Should we make
I
the
cast.
baby
I cast.
go get it?
I peek through the door and I cast Divine Sense, just to see if there's
Oh,
any
that's smart.
undead.
No, there are no undead in this room. You have a sense that all the undead in this area have been completely eradicated, and you are safe.
I think it's safe.
Church's eyes are just alight with glee.
I will
gonna-
motion church forward. I am never walking first again.
So much
I'm
treasure.
gonna walk up to the book.
I'm at
I
6 hit
also want to
points.
go see what's up with this book.
The tome itself is a tome of spells.
Ooh.
There are 30 spells in this tome,
Okay.
and you can use them once per thing. So I will get a list of the spells that are in this tome, and among you as a group, if you take the tome out of here, you will have 30 spell scrolls effectively.
Dibs on fireball.
Wow. Okay.
Again, there is also a large amount of treasure, and hanging on a pedestal or a little hook on the northern part of the room is a ominous-looking bag, size of a
Ominous?
coin purse. Not ominous.
Ooh.
An odd-looking bag, like it's something special.
Well, now it's ominous.
Yeah, now it's ominous, but I'm totally gonna go take the
Yeah,
bag.
it's like, ooh, touch it. Somebody.
I'm gonna
looking
go
at-
touch
busy
the
looking at the
bag.
book.
It is not a mimic or a bag of devouring. It is a bag of holding.
Yes.
Oh, dope.
So you take it off the hook and you realize, oh, this is a bag of holding. And in the room there are 14,000 gold pieces.
I'm just gonna start shoveling
Yeah,
gold
I'm like, I'm gonna
into this
enlist
bag.
Nolan. I'm gonna enlist Nolan to just start raging.
We should probably let some of the goblins who dug down to this door have some of this as well. I think this is more than we could possibly carry.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Not
pack,
with a bag of holding.
I'm gonna pack like a small bag and like safety pin it to Nolan so that he gets to take it with.
I will assist with the shoveling of riches into the bag of holding riches.
Okay.
You said 14,000.
There are 14,000 gold pieces. There's also an alexandrite,
Cool.
an aquamarine,
Do I want that one?
a, a black pearl.
Ooh,
I want that
I
one
want
too.
that one.
There are 2 blue spindles.
Is that a gemstone?
Yes, it is.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
3 peridots. 2 topaz. A rather unusual looking stone that is very glass-like. And as soon as someone picks it up, begins to start to hover above your hand.
Ooh,
Ooh, fancy.
fancy.
And then there is a unusual looking rod.
Is it an immovable looking rod?
Does it have any buttons?
It moves around a lot, so no, not immobile.
Does it have a button?
Oh,
It does have a button.
I click the button.
click the button.
It extends out to be a quarter step size,
Whoa.
and then you hear a shink, and a little like scythe blade comes out from the bottom of it.
Amazing. I cannot deal with that.
That's delightful.
I'm done. I walk away.
I hand that to Brogan.
No.
Are you sure?
Ah.
You seem to be pretty excited by it.
Yeah, and then this scythe popped out. I thought it was just a big stick. No.
I hold it towards the rest of the group at large. Anybody want this?
I will take it.
I'm only good at simple weapons. No way.
I give it to Church.
A robot with a scythe. Excellent.
And a fancy robe.
Yeah.
Style in. Wait a minute. We just gave him a big robe and a big scythe. We just made him the Grim Reaper.
A purple Grim Reaper.
Wearing a nightie.
Purple grim robot.
Wearing a nightie.
All right.
The robe matches his eyes, so
What's the hovering stone?
If you spend the time to decipher its magical quantities, you will know that it is an ion stone,
Ooh. Which one?
specifically knowledge.
No.
I don't think this is gonna help. Wait, hang on.
What does that do?
Me that much.
Does that make me literate?
Oops.
You can read about that and upgrade or update your inventory and your equipment. You have all leveled.
Which knowledge? Because there's historical knowledge, language knowledge, natural knowledge, or religious knowledge.
Well, we'll answer that off stream here after we
Right.
wrap up because it is 11:25. So I'm going to let everybody do their outros and introduce themselves, and then we'll discuss logistics and everything after the stream here. So we'll go backwards this time. If we want to start with Church, if you want to give your little outro.
I'm Sigma with the Nerd Asylum. I host our Rage of Nerds game that we do every Tuesday, releases every Tuesday as well. We are up to episode 6 or 7, something like that.
Seven's releasing this upcoming Tuesday.
Yes. And be sure to check that out along with nerdasylum.com. And there's a couple other podcasts going on that you should also check out, which I'm sure you'll hear about from our other fine folks here.
All right. And Dave?
Yeah, hi, I'm Dave from the Nerd Asylum. I'm in most of our content because, yeah, I do that. Also, keep an eye out in the next coming weeks because we have It's Always Cloudy in Exandria, which is my Tal'Dorei podcast that we're doing, and it should be releasing fairly soon, so keep your eyes open. And check out our website because it's awesome. And my funny wife, who made the gnome comment earlier and just makes lots of puns all the time, spends a lot of time on it. So check it out. Let us know what you think.
She's so cool.
And Broken.
Hi, I'm at Nifferniff everywhere. I am the newest member of the Not Quite Heroes podcast, which is a 5e actual play in a community built world. And my character is going to show up in like 2 episodes, and it's really exciting. And then I'm also with Star Wars or Tabletop Galaxy, which is a Star Wars RPG show, which is super cool. My character's just been there the whole time, so it's not as fun, but it's still fun.
All right.
And
oh,
Not
sorry. Go
Quite
ahead.
Heroes is going to Drawlicon, and we're excited about it.
Yeah. Check out that live show.
Check
I
that
think
out.
that's scheduled for Saturday night?
Yes, Saturday.
Afternoon, something like that. If you're
Think
interested in finding out about that, you can go to Dralicon.com, and we have information about the online event. It's free this year because we had to convert it to an online convention. So if you're interested in hanging out, check
Best
out the
time to
Not Quite
come.
Heroes live show as well as others. Avina.
You skipped Venerus, I thought.
All
Or
right,
was
I'm
I
going.
So he
second?
goes.
It's a
last.
different order.
It's a different order on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I am Theta, Dungeon Mom Theta with the Nerd Asylum. I host the wonderful adventures of hoarding around an actual distracted by cat. Actual play podcast of hoarding a horde of the Dragon Queen. I don't even know what episode we are on for release of that.
17 is released. 18 is coming up this Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, there you go. We release every Wednesday for that.
Torty.
And yeah, come check us out sometime.
And Venerus.
Hi, I am Shifted Trickster on Twitch. I have been plugging Iron and Ivory, which has been this super intense combat thing. I've been plugging that every week, and unfortunately, it's kind of reached the point where it might be dead itself. But that's not the worst thing in the world, because that's going to leave me with a bunch of extra time to start my Descent to Avernus campaign, which may or may not be streamed. If all the participants
Ooh.
are down, I would really like to. So that would be over probably at my channel, shifted_trickster. Big shout out to Lawful Stupid and their Min-Max Mankind for the month of May. Be sure to go check out minmaxmankind.org for more information. Shout out to Lawful Stupid and also for the Nerd Asylum for having me along. This is super fun.
Glad to have you. And I am your DM, Joseph Timmis. I am with the Nerd Asylum. Check out thenerdasylum.com. We got awesome new merch now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We also have distractions from children. Yes, what? I'm doing my outro.
Mugs. They have mugs.
Yes, we have coffee mugs.
I'm going right now.
They're getting don't order them yet because they're gonna get shifted over so that when you drink you can see the logo because they're kind of ways now. So, but if you like them like that, then I guess. But we are shifting the artwork. That'll be done here in the next week.
Also, I have one more thing to plug before you completely log off.
Yes, go for it.
So, we just started hanging out a little bit with the people from over at Demiplane. They are an awesome group of people. It's really, really cool. It allows you to search for players, search for games. You can search as a party to find D&D. They have every single type of tabletop content out there. They're in early access right now for only DMs and party leaders, but I think at this month they're going to complete full access. And it's super cool. We got to see a demo, and yeah, totally check it out. If you're looking for a game, that's how you can find it. And if you're looking for players, you can find it there too.
Yeah, they have a really cool matchmaking algorithm so that you can find not only games, but games that you're going to be looking for. The systems and your game preferences, like combat, RP.
Oh, that's so cool.
They have, you answer a couple questions as far as what you're looking for in a game, and it matches you up with game styles that match your preferences. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it even has like a stat block, and will show you how you match up to the DM and other players.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
You're like, I really like RP, and I hate puzzles because I'm dumb, and I like combat because I can do that. You could search and be like, oh, this game, 0 puzzles, all combat and RP. That's what you want.
Yeah, it's and it's really cool. Like I said, it's in early access, so definitely check that out. It's demiplaneapp.com, right?
It's just demiplane.com.
I thought they switched it. Maybe their Twitter is what they switched.
Well,
I'm looking at it right now. Demiplane.com.
Okay.
It's got a cool light trail thing that follows the mouse around, so you can draw magical.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So yeah, definitely check that out and get in on that because that's going to be really big.
I am so distracted by this now.
I think that's all we have. Join us again next week for episode 11 as everybody makes it back to the guild hall this week with their huge amount of treasure. And next week we start a new, fresh adventure.
I'm a cat with a laser pointer.
And our new orc chef.
Yes, the orc chef and the blacksmith goblin. Nolan.
That definitely survived the entire time. We
Yeah.
should maybe go help the orc that we left unconscious in the hallway.
Lay on heads.
We have enough hit link potions. It'll be fine.
So definitely join us next week where you can affect the game by giving advantage and health potions, which are much appreciated and much needed, as you can see tonight. So have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
coming.
Goodbye.
Bye.